This is the LG Rebel 2 LTE from Straight Talk Wireless. In the box you get the back plate, the battery, the charger, and the brick. This is also a micro USB, and the manual and the activation cord. This is a 2500 milliamp lithium-ion battery. Now the back plate seems to have two holes, one for camera, one for flash, and I don't know what this is, maybe fingerprint. The back plate has a texture. It has little woven-like texture. It feels like little dots. And at the bottom left, there's the speaker holes. I'm gonna start this baby up. Ooh, look at that pretty 5-inch display. This phone has the 4.1 Bluetooth, and this supports the micro USB. It takes nano SIM. This comes pre-installed with Marshmallow 6.01, and the internals on this is a 8GB storage with 1GB of RAM. It has the Qualcomm Adreno 304 GPU and ARM Cortex A7 CPU. Starting the phone up, the screen looks crispy. I would guess this is a 720p phone, 720p display. Screen seems to be made out of some type of glass. It does not feel plasticky like the other phones I've reviewed. This phone is fairly thin. It comes out in 7.9mm thickness, and the height is 144.78mm, while the width is 73.66mm. The body is made up of plastic. Nothing in it seems to be made out of metal. The design of the phone is very minimal, with patterns on the back plate. And in the front of the screen, it's just the LG logo and the camera, the earpiece, and the 5-inch screen. This phone is built in with the micro SD slot, so you can expand your storage if the 8GB is not enough for you. The screen on this is 480 by 845 pixels, which equals to 196 pixel per inch. You can, if you look really closely, you can see some kind of distortion or the pixels, but if you are at least a feet away from the phone, the screen looks crispy. As of now, this is the thinnest smartphone I have reviewed. There's no bulk on the side or anything, just a little hump right here from the camera, but there's no hump in the fingerprint sensor or the LED flash, and it does not have a home button. The power button is on the back, the volume button is located on the left side, and the speaker is located on the bottom left of the phone.
I'll just quickly go through the setup of the phone. display takes up 64% of the phone's real estate. This is a capacitive multi-touch screen. Next. I'm not going to put any personal information besides my Wi-Fi and my Google account on this. This phone has a light sensor, a proximity sensor, and an accelerometer. So you can play Temple Run and all those other games. Let's see how
smooth it is in the boot up. This is the LG's launcher. So this launcher specifically, or any other LG phones, their launchers don't come with an app drawer, so it is similar to an iOS feel. If you guys are switching from an iPhone to an Android, this would be good for you. So the camera on this is a 5.04 megapixels. It's a 2592 by 1944 resolution. That's the back camera. The video resolution on this is 720p. The highest it can record is up to 720p HD, and it is 1280 by 720. Shoots at 30 frames per second. The camera on this does have a lot of features like autofocus, continuous shooting, digital zoom, geotagging, panorama, HDR, touch focus, and much more, which I will be talking about in just the review of the camera itself. The secondary camera, which is the front-facing camera on this, and it is a 4.92 megapixels camera. It is 2560 by 1920 pixels. I will be doing a speed test between the ZTE Majesty Pro and the Kyocera. They both have very similar specs. Like any other Android phone I've reviewed, this one does come with a 3.5mm headphone jack. The mic on this is located right here. On 2G, the 2500 milliamp battery, you could get a talk time up to 12 hours, 720 minutes, which is half a day. And on 2G standby, you will get 216 hours of standby, which is 9 days and 12,960 minutes. And if you are using 3G, you will get 12 hours, 720 minutes, and half a day. And on standby, it's 216 hours, which is equal to 9 days. This phone does have a removable battery, so you can buy an extra one and just have that. The expandable storage on this is supported up to 32 gigabytes. What I thought was the fingerprint sensor is just a power button. So don't get fooled, I warned you. The vibration motor on this phone is very powerful, so you won't be missing any calls.